Welcome to my Idaho cabin, where the elk and deer run free. Welcome to my Idaho cabin, hope you spend a little time with me.
Hi everybody, this is Rick. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Hi folks, today I'm going to introduce some that George and I brewed up just recently. It's our Russian Stout. It's a dark beer, and I'm going to use it in a dish. It's a low country boil, basically. It's from it's named after a small community in St. Helens Island, Beaufort. Hope I pronounced that right. Beaufort County, South Carolina. It's not a stew, and it doesn't contain frogs, but it's called Frogmore Stew. It's kind of like I said, a low country boil. You boil it up, drain it, and then normally you put some paper down on a table and just dump it out, and everybody just picks and grabs, and it's a lot of fun. It's a fun dish to eat. So it's got a funny name, but it's really good. So I thought I'd make it for you today. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is bring some water to a boil. I've added some salt and some Old Bay, and now we'll put a quart of a bottle of this our beer in there. A little flavor enhancer. So bring that to a boil, and then we're going to start adding some ingredients. The first two items that are going in are some onions that I'm going to quarter. And some red potatoes. These are not the small ones like I like to use, but so I'm going to cut these in smaller pieces. Probably cut like that. Cut these smaller ones, yeah, like that. And then I've got a big one here, so I'll cut that in thirds. That'll work. Okay, that's the first thing that goes in, and then they're gonna cook for about 5 minutes. And no, I'm sorry, they're going to cook about 8 minutes, and then I'm going to cut the kielbasa up, and it's just a regular kielbasa sausage. Cut that up, and then I'm going to cut the corn into about 3 or 4 pieces each, and they'll go in. So the times and everything and the amounts will be right down on the bottom of the under here, where you click on show more, and the recipe will be right there. Okay, I have the potatoes and the onions cut up, and now I'm going to go put them in the pot. Have a nice boiling pot of water here. Let's turn the light on, see if that'll help it a little bit. And in they go. All right, those go in now. I'm going to set the timer for 8 minutes, and I'll put the top back on just for drill. And then after the 8 minutes of cooking here, then we're going to add the kielbasa and the corn. So I'll get back to you when that step comes in. Okay, the timer just went off for 8 minutes, so we'll get rid of this top, and now we're going to add the linguiça. Okay, shut that off and change it to 5 minutes. The linguiça cooks for 5 minutes, and then we add the corn. So when we get to that stage, I'll get back to you. Okay, the timer's going off, so now we'll shut that off, and it's time to add the corn. I've cut the ears of corn up into 3 pieces, so I've got 6 pieces here. So we'll put those in. And we're going to set the timer for 7 minutes for the corn. And when that's up, I'll get back to you and we'll put the shrimp in, and then it'll be 5 minutes until we're ready to eat. Okay, I want to introduce you to my dogs. This one is Cooper. It's Cooper, Mono. There you go. G, Mono. There you go. Come here. Okay, Athena. This is Athena. She in here? Come on. Athena, just a little cocker. And come here, Hope. Come here. And Hope sits pretty. That's a good girl. Those are my puppies. You want another one, Coop? That's a half a one. G gets 2 because of his size. Okay, those are my puppies. Okay, the timer just went off, and now we're going to put the shrimp in. These are some beautiful, beautiful shrimp. These are colossals. They're 16 to 20 per pound, and I have 2 pounds that are going to go in right now. Those are shell-on shrimp, and we couldn't get them with the heads on, but normally that's the way they go in. But anyway, those are a full shell on, tail on, ready to go. So they'll cook for 5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to eat. And there's a bowl of Frogmore Stew with shrimp, onions, potatoes, corn, all sorts of good stuff. Excuse us, we're going to sit down and eat. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you make this stew, I hope you enjoy it. Well, I hope. Did you want to say goodbye to the folks? That's a little good girl, yes. So I'm babysitting the puppies today. George and Margaret are out and about. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the recipe, and hope you make it, because it's a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it last night. It was really good. So again, the recipes are going to be right down here, and the like and the subscribe button are over here. So please join me again in the future next time for another episode of My Idaho Cabin.
Welcome to my Idaho cabin, where the elk and deer run free. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Thanks for spending time with